What's up, my fellow Chibits? Today has been a crazy day because so much anime at once that comes out on Thursday. And I know I've had a ton of Chibits ask me today, where's the Toriko review? Where's the Manga review? I save manga chapters until last. Usually when there's this amount of shows coming out at once. I usually save the manga for last at the end of the day. That's what I do with Boku no Hero Academia. Usually when it comes out like on Friday, I save that for last. So that's what I did with Toriko and Magi, this week. So getting into it, Toriko chapter 330. It was on break last week. It was on a sudden break. The mangaka took a sudden break, like instantly, like right before the deadline, before the chapter was to be coming out. The mangaka supposedly called in and was very ill or very sick and couldn't make it in time for the chapter. So it sucks that we had a break last week, but I'm glad to see how the mangaka is doing better for this chapter to be out. I just hope whatever the mangaka of Toriko had at the time to whatever he needed a break was nothing too serious. I wish the best health for the mangaka of Toriko, because Toriko is getting really damn good, especially with this chapter. So let's get into this chapter. So, chapter 330 of Toriko, it's a setup chapter for the competition before our characters go into the back channel. We come to find out how the rating system of Blue Grill is inside this giant-ass clan and how it exactly works. Come to find out that, you know how there's like different starred restaurants, like a 5-star restaurant, a 3-star restaurant, a 10-star restaurant, different starred restaurants. It's even used in our world today. Well, we come to find out people inside of Blue Grill, this giant-ass clan, they use the shell system. The shell system is very similar to the star system. It's exactly similar as just a different name. So, you had restaurants that were like being called like 7-star shell restaurants, or 7 shell restaurants. I added star there. 7 shell restaurants, and then you had different chefs that, 5-star chefs and different things like that. Come to find out, the best chefs in Blue Grill are going to be squaring off against 5 chefs of our group. And that right there, I'm liking the slow build-up. We're going to be having a Shokugeki. Yeah, I'm not joking. Like, the way it's looking, from the way this chapter is done, our team has to choose 5 chefs. 5 chefs that is going to be going up against the best chefs, the 5 best chefs of Blue Grill. And they're going to be having a cooking off, like a cook-off. They're going to be cooking to see who makes the best damn food. This ain't like, I guess a competition about who makes, I guess, something incredible when it comes to, like, exotic food. I guess it kind of weighs that in, but it's about the cook and who can really cook the best and give the best flavor. That's kind of what this is. So it reminds me a lot of Shokugeki. It really does. Food Wars, if you know what I'm talking about, if you did not realize. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be definitely an interesting way to look at Toriko next week, because it's been a long-ass time since there's been, like, a cook-off. Like, a real cook-off in Toriko. Think about it. It's been a long-ass time. So I'm glad to see Toriko going back to some of its roots of its series and using food competitions. Now, when it comes to everything else, we come to find out a little bit more information about Blue Grill. Supposedly, when nighttime hits, food spirits appear. These food spirits appear, and they go all over the town, and they go seeking after people and trying to take over their body and possess them. From what we found out is that if you go into the back channel, you need to realize that your soul can be gone. Like, your soul can be taken away and that your body can be possessed by a food spirit. That's what was explained in the chapter. So there's a lot of dangers walking into the back channel, and also a lot of dangers of Blue Grill, because if you're not healthy, fit, in top form, those food spirits at night will take over your body. But there's a counter to this after we found out. Supposedly there's these talismans that each individual resident of Blue Grill carries on them. Like, you had this, like, necklace, this stinky-ass necklace that was on this boy in this chapter. He wears it around to ward off food spirits. But here was the interesting part. If you look at all the other people with masks and stuff, you don't really see that necklace. It makes me think about something. I think the mask, like the different masks that, each of those chefs had, like we got to see, I'm willing to bet those masks represent talismans. I think they are. I'm willing to bet those masks are some form of talismans to ward off food spirits, or to look like food spirits where food spirits don't come after them. One or the other, but that is my theory for that. Overall, though, the chapter, a very good setup chapter. It sucks we had to wait an entire week to get this chapter, but I'm glad the mangaka is doing a lot better to where he is well, at the very least, I suppose he's a lot better than he was last week. Hopefully he stays in good health, and we will have another good chapter of Toriko next week. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.